Welcome to the Studio One introductory video. Before you start plugging in wires and opening up Pro Tools, it is advised that you make sure all parts of the studios are turned on and are responsive. Ensure the mixing desk is turned on. You can find the power switch on the TL audio power supply. Ensure that the Apogee unit is turned on. After doing this, you may turn on the computer, and finally the monitors or speakers. It is also important that you check the mixing desk for any channels that might be muted. Turn off any phantom power if you notice it is on, and turn down any levels that might be too high as to avoid blowing out your ears on recording. Before we start recording anything, we'll need to set up our microphones. You will need to first borrow the equipment from upstairs. You will need your student card or ID card to do this. Set up the microphone as shown. Then attach your cradle or microphone clip to the microphone stand. Should you be using a cradle, ensure that the microphone is in line with the cradle and then tighten it from the bottom gently. Afterwards, attach your microphone via XLR cable to the cable tie unit located in the studio. It is recommended that you use channel 3 here, as channels 1 and 2 are usually used for playback within the studio. You may also wish to plug in the headphones to receive talkback from the studio. At this point, you should be receiving a signal through channel 3. Ensure all levels are set appropriately, and check that no level is set to mute. If you are having any problems, we recommend that you head to the troubleshooting section now. Now that we are receiving audio from our microphone, we need to get this signal into our Pro Tools session. To do this, click on the button in the top left of the track list, as shown. Navigate to the I/O or Input/Output selection and click it. A list should appear to the right of your tracks. Ensure that in this list, the input is set to the same channel as the microphone. In this case, it will be channel 3. While doing this, you can also check that your output is set to A line 1-2 for playback. If you click record on the track, you should now hear the signal from the microphone, and that's all there is to it. If you are unable to hear any audio playback, consider all of the potential channels that the audio is going through. Are any of the channels muted or at a very low volume? Is the output audio going through channels 1 and 2? If Pro Tools is telling you that the inputs and outputs are inactive, you may have come across a specific problem that is related to the Apogee unit. To fix this, select Setup and click Playback Engine. Ensure this is set to Symphony I/O USB audio. If it is not, select it, and Pro Tools will need to restart. If you cannot see this option, the Apogee unit is likely turned off. To fix this, turn on the Apogee unit and turn on the computer. After the correct playback engine is selected, go to Setup and I/O. Clicking Default here will refresh the inputs and outputs and restore them to their default pathing. Return to your Pro Tools session and refresh the input and output paths. It is likely that Pro Tools will tell you that these paths are inactive, but try refreshing them. This usually fixes the problem. If all else fails, try restarting your computer. If this doesn't work for some reason, please report to the technicians upstairs, who will be able to assist you further.